So it's Friday night and you're at the video store and you only have one game you could rent for the weekend. But the question is, would the box art convince you? Today on Convinced, we're taking a look at Friday the 13th on NES. Gaming sure has changed over the years. Back in the day when you rented a video game, it wasn't so simple. You couldn't just go online and look at some gameplay at your own leisure. You had to pick up a box, look at some text and some pictures, and see if you were convinced. All right, here's the front of the box. We'll be browsing the shelves and this would be sitting right there, and I think it certainly pops off with the nice Friday the 13th logo, and it's got that bright color on there for sure, making it pop. This looks like it's a screenshot from one of the movies, and I believe it's from Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, because he has an axe in that. I think he's coming through the window on that, so pulling a still from one of the movies I think was a good idea. This way you're familiar with the movies and you're like, oh man, Jason's coming to NES. Certainly looks good. Although this does has the LJN rainbow on the top right there. So either it's going to be a hidden gem or a bad weekend when you take a look at that. And it has destroy Jason if you can, almost taunting you, telling, hey, you're going to be going up against Jason. Are you going to be able to defeat him? And, you know, seeing him in the movies, pretty powerful guy. Speaking of power, it says Power Play series down here. I'm not sure what other games were included in the Power Play series, but I know early Nintendo games, they had like the action series, the sports series. So, not sure what Power Play. Can you use the power pad on it? Imagine that, running on the power pad, getting away from Jason. And I say this, you know, it doesn't look like your typical NES box art for sure. Maybe something your parents wouldn't let you rent because it's so much like the movies there. But again, maybe you ask your dad, you're like, hey, can we get Jason Friday the 13th on NES? And he's like, sure, why not? I'm renting the movie. So could play into your favor. All right, well, let's take a look at the back of the box, see what it has to offer. Looks like there's 3 screenshots of gameplay. Again, they carry over that Friday the 13th logo with the nice purple backdrop right there. You got your LJN logo once again in the short text right here, which we're gonna read and see if it will convince us to rent this game. It all takes place out at Crystal Lake, that pleasant little camp where happy children of all ages go to spend a fun-filled summer. But this summer will be different. The fun will have to wait. Jason has decided to come to camp, and terror is the only game they'll be playing. Only you can stop this terror. You and your 6 camp counselors can prevent Jason from running wild. It's not an easy task, though. You must first fight your way through forests filled with man-eating wolves, caves covered with blood-sucking bats, and hordes of mindless zombies at every turn. If a friend is in danger, it's up to you to help, or else you could just kiss them goodbye. Jason doesn't play favorites. He'll take on anyone. Don't think that hiding in a cabin or staying adrift in a canoe will keep you safe. The only way to survive the summer is to challenge Jason face to face and destroy him. Don't worry, that hasn't been done before. There's always a first time. Well, not always. And again, I think just how it looks really catches your eye. It's like that movie poster, maybe similar to the VHS tape. And if you're there with your dad and he likes horror movies, I feel like you could definitely rent this one for sure. As long as he approves. I mean, my dad didn't care growing up, so I'm sure I would have been able to rent this one here. Jason was a staple in the house for sure. Reading that description at the back here, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be a good time. Let's take a look at the screenshots and see what the gameplay's like here. It shows the map screen right here of Camp Crystal Lake, so you can see some cabins, trees, and of course the lake itself. And then it looks like dusk outside where you're running, and it looks like fighting a zombie right down below here. I like that the lake is pink. Good use of the colors here. And then it shows right there, you're in a cabin and you can see Jason. You're fighting Jason there. It shows that Mark is the camp counselor, which he doesn't have much health left, so good luck on that. And I guess you could get a glimpse of Jason being in the purple on there. Maybe you were confused as a kid, but I don't know. I kind of like him in the purple. I was used to Batman on NES being in purple, so I guess it just made sense that Jason was also in purple. I think it's good that they didn't put him purple on the front cover though, because then you would have been really like confused. We're front and center Jason purple. It's good that they chose a still from the movie to draw your attention. Maybe you saw the movie before and it triggered. You're like, oh yeah, Jason right there. So yeah, overall, based on the box art there, I think they did a pretty good job of capturing the horror aspect and that it's on Nintendo as well. It stands out amongst the other box arts on Nintendo, and there wasn't a lot of horror games on the NES, so that right there I think plays to its favor. Well guys, that was a look at Friday the 13th on the NES. Maybe seeing this on the shelf caught your eye, and maybe you'd end up taking it home for the weekend. And big thanks for Jason for helping me out with the review. Hey, no problem. If you guys want to see how I made this cosplay, I'll leave a link at the end of this video. Awesome. And remember, you got to ask yourself, after reading the description and looking at the box art, were you convinced?